guys, it is so cold. You know what is amazing is like how fast I can get used to being in Africa. How fast I can get used to the whole life and everything. I am dying. My name is Gina Ifoe. I'm the one and only African superstar. I returned to the UK from Nigeria yesterday and is back to the business. Today I want to bring an African mentality. And the topic is the diaspora cannot do it on our own. We need your help. Interestingly enough, when I was on the tour, most of the people that were on the tour, it was their very first trip to Africa, definitely their first trip to Nigeria. And many of them remarked about how they have encountered, African migrants along their journey. Everyone else on the tour lives in America. And I was the only one, that currently resides here in the UK. And basically they were talking about how, many Africans have confronted them. You guys, you need to travel to Africa. You need to experience it. You need to do this. You need to do that. Right now, there's also a lot of promotion of the diaspora actually, migrating back to Africa or starting businesses and so on and so forth. And what I want to say is, the responsibility is not solely the responsibility of those of us that are directly from the diaspora. It should be a responsibility that is shared between all of us. African migrants have a part to play. Continental African people have a part to play, as well as those of us that are from the diaspora. We have a part to play. The problem is great. Many African nations are facing great problems. And in my opinion, the more the merrier in regards to those that are trying to innovate solutions and innovating ways to address some of what what we are experiencing in the motherland. We can't do it on our own. You know what I'm saying? Just like my trip to Nigeria, I wasn't going to be able to manage that on my own. If it weren't for the donations of my platform, I wouldn't have been able to be there. Furthermore, when I ran into trouble there, someone on the tour also helped me along the way. And that's just a moniker for what we can do together. We can have so much more effectiveness when we work together, when we begin to address the problem with an aerial approach instead of sharing blame and bickering between each other and being childish and being immature. So I really want to promote African migrants to step up their game. Some of you guys have migrated to the West and you are not concerned with your homelands. You're not actively doing anything with your homelands. Some of you guys are judgmental. And you sit high and mighty in regards to, your new Western environment. Everybody is needed. Everybody plays a part in this. And me as someone from the diaspora, if I'm real, if I just say it straight to you guys, because I got to keep it real. I have a strong desire to do what I need to do in the motherland. But why should my desire supersede yours? And you are a native of these countries. You know what I'm saying? You have benefits that I don't even have access to. You speak the language. You may even have land in your inheritance, or, you have a lot more access to things there than someone who's coming in from the outside and having to kind of start from scratch. So that's my African mentality today. I want to promote all of us from whichever backgrounds we're coming. All of us, if all of us took a small approach towards this grand problem, we could begin to chisel that problem down. You know what I'm saying? We could be able to see change. I already see change happening in the motherland. Just from my few years of traveling there, I'm seeing the communities blossom. A lot of the countries I go to, I'm seeing the growth. I'm seeing a lot of, foreigners are being attracted there. People are traveling there. I'm seeing them, blossom in a very positive way. And I know that with this same momentum, 5, 10, 20 years from now, it's going to be a Mecca. It has the potential to be something like a Dubai. They built Dubai in 10, 15 years. They built it from nothing, and now it's a very, very popular tourist destination. People go and spend a lot of money in Dubai. We can recreate a lot of these same things in the motherland if we're smart and if we're strategic. But, you know, I just had to drop that message because I did hear it multiple times on the tour. You know, two of the gentlemen, one lives in California, the other lives in Texas, and they have, you know, interactions with Nigerians, for instance. And these Nigerians had always been telling them to go to Africa and this and that and the other. And they made the statement like, yeah, you know, here I've come, I've done my part. But what are you doing? Are you doing anything to also help and address it? And I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I feel it all the time. I have to have an unbiased message in which I address all of us from our various backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? I put more pressure, obviously, on the diaspora because I'm a part of it. And I feel like we have potential to do much more than what we're doing. But at the same time, I speak to African migrants and I talk to continental Africans too. All of us play a part in the regenesis of Africa. I also want to thank those of you guys that were following me in Nigeria and welcome all the new subscribers that have come over. I you know, made the most of my trip and had a lovely trip, and I'm grateful for you guys providing the sponsorship for that. I hope in the near future you will still offer your support to upcoming travels that I'm planning in the motherland to Ethiopia and Rwanda. So, you know, I appreciate everything, and I want to thank you guys for being members of this channel. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.